we have some updates. I have been dreading this for weeks. Also, should we tell them our secret? Morning!
Good
We're still in
morning.
our PJs and looking like a mess.
But we've been working. Yeah.
Do you want to tell them what you've been up to?
Oh. Okay, so before Christmas, I won a contest. I enter all the contests.
You do.
I won a Starbucks card and this really pretty sweater
Oh, wow.
from Ivy and Leo.
Nice.
It matches the wall.
Oh my god, does it ever? Camouflage.
I'm gonna put it on after. Very cozy.
Allie wins every contest she ever enters. You're weirdly lucky, like extremely lucky.
Maybe I just enter a lot.
Maybe.
I work hard at entering.
Is that it?
No, I don't know. I'm lucky.
You are lucky. Allie and I are trying to get into TikTok, but it's hard because Allie doesn't watch TikTok, so I have to come up with all the ideas, and then there's ideas I have that just aren't feasible. Like we can't do them. I'm like, wow, let's do this, and then
Hey, also I put on my new sweater. Show them.
looks nice. So right now we are filming a little like how we take photos by ourselves. So
Check
hopefully
it out.
that one goes
Yeah.
better because the last few ideas were not great. Ow, my hair. Ow, my hair.
Oops.
It's so sunny in here.
Oh my gosh.
The light is so weird.
It's so sunny. We did our class.
So Allie and I are learning how to use Adobe programs, specifically Premiere Pro.
Wow.
So we're doing kind of a YouTube course, a video course with Adobe. Right now
Nice.
we use iMovie for all of our editing, and it's not that professional. I want to up our video
It's
game.
very basic.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
It's-
it worked for now,
yeah.
but it's exciting to have the opportunity to learn more
Yeah.
about it, more
I'm
about
so
like editing and
Yeah.
a new platform and stuff. So
And it's like it's not just editing, it's going to be like
So
using
much.
YouTube and everything.
audio.
We
For
know
all
we
of
need-
you who hate our audio,
Just everyone,
it's
including
gonna
us.
get better. We hate it too.
The other thing though about our audio is we have to stop talking at the same time.
Whatever.
I have to tell them about tomorrow. Tomorrow is a terrifying day. I don't know why I'm so scared for it.
I don't know why either.
I really am though.
I mean, I'm not getting it. Tell them what you're getting.
I have been dreading this for weeks. I am getting something called a sono done. It is a fertility test, so they're going to basically blow up my uterus like it's a water balloon. It's essentially that. They're
Yeah.
gonna fill it with water.
Yeah, and then they do an ultrasound while, like, after they blow it up. I don't know if we told them when you got the HSG done. I think we did.
did.
Maybe not. It was a similar test with dye, which was, you in hindsight say was painful.
It was painful. I was bleeding and crying.
But literally when you came out of it,
I was like, oh, it's fine.
you were like, it was fine. It was totally fine. And I was like, oh, great. And then,
Well, 'cause
then as time went on, I feel like your memory of it changed.
I don't think that's it. It really did hurt. It's just, now I'm anticipating doing it again.
The doctor said this is a lot less painful than the HSG. I think that it's just, you're anxious about it.
I am.
Yeah, and it'll be over quick. You'll be great. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, so I'm
You'll
going to
be
the
really good.
fertility clinic in the morning to do a test.
No, don't say it.
Allie's going to spin class.
No, okay, here's the thing.
She can't
folks.
come
That
anyway.
sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. I'm dropping her to go to a scary test and I'm going to spin. I am.
That is what's happening.
But here's the thing. I happened to get into a spin, which is very rare at this time.
And it's across the street.
It's literally beside each other, and I can't go in, so I wait usually in a building anyway. I'm
Yeah.
not allowed to go.
She's not allowed in the clinic at all, not even the waiting room.
So I'm still gonna be next door, just on a bike instead of on a bench.
It's
And
not
I'll
like
be
you
done
can
before
come
you.
anyway. Yeah.
Like, I'll be out of spin waiting for you.
Also, should we tell them our secret?
Sure, if you want.
During Vlogmas,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
wild because you guys saw us every day. We actually did an IUI, like a secret third IUI.
It was a surprise to us even. We didn't plan to do that. We
No.
had said we're gonna do 2 and that's it. But you ovulated without medicine, without
Yeah.
letrozole, so we were like, we have 2
Maybe
vials
it's meant
left.
to be.
We only really need 1 for IVF, so we're like, we'll just do it. I mean, it's a bonus round. We were like, bonus round. But then we really thought it worked.
I'm really sure it worked. My boobs were so sore.
Yeah.
I was so positive that I was pregnant.
It was totally different symptoms than you would ever get
With a period? Yeah, and it did not take. I feel like I didn't think that there could possibly be more tests that we'd have to do.
I know.
So I'm definitely not excited about that because we've done so many tests over the last few months. I had a blood test the other day.
Yeah?
I have a pincushion. The amount of blood tests I have done for fertility treatment so far is out of this world.
Yeah. We should show them the cards.
Yeah, I'll show them now.
So you get them, I'll tell them.
Okay.
I ordered these milestone cards. So we actually have one of your first blood tests.
Oh my gosh.
May or June.
Yeah.
Remember
June.
that?
It was June.
So that was, I guess we can use that as the first one. We didn't take a doing IVF one ever. So there's one that says doing IVF.
We can do that.
Should take that.
Medication collected, first appointment day today.
And
I didn't take that one. We've already done our first IVF appointment.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, yeah. There's a whole bunch. Transfer day, official test day.
If
They're
you're
very
wondering,
cute.
also, I think I ordered these. It's called Bloom, Blossom and Pear. Blossom and Pear, if you're wondering.
Trigger shot.
So we're like, oh, that's 1+. We can use our IVF milestone cards.
Yeah.
Woo. No, it'll be fun. It's gonna be fun adventure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's tomorrow.
life. That's where we are. Good morning, everyone. I am kind of freaking out. It's 10:05. My appointment's for 11 o'clock. We're going to leave at 10:25. And I am going to have a sono done. Okay, so we just got to the parkade.
Just made it to the parkade.
I want to throw up.
I
hate
know.
doing stuff like this.
Update, I didn't go to spin.
No, she's coming with me.
With you. It's gonna be okay.
She not because she's a sweet wife though, because she
Yes.
yes, because you're a sweet wife. Her back hurt, so she couldn't spin.
Yeah, but it's nice.
It is nice. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, in we go.
Okay.
Okay, so
Hi.
we got back from the histogram,
And
it was so much better than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
I
did good.
wanted to film the whole thing, and I really could have. I saw so much on the ultrasound, but it happened so quickly because they said it'll probably take about 20 minutes to test.
well, yeah, they said expect to be there for 1 hour, so I was gonna do my course while we were there, and then we were out.
They said the test itself 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It was not. We have some updates. My uterus. The whole reason we were really doing this test, so again, the sono test was to insert water into my uterus and then look at it with an ultrasound and see what it looked like, because I have an arcuate uterus. I'll insert a photo right here over Allie and the cat. So it just means that I have a little dip at the top. Nothing to worry about. We learned when she looked at it today, she was like, you have a perfectly normal uterus.
Yeah.
Do not worry.
So that's very good to
That was really good news. And then we got some news that we were kind of anticipating. So they did a follicle count, and I have PCOS, but there was a lot of follicles in there. So in one they had over 20, and in one they had over 10. Also, they counted in French.
That's very bizarre. Okay.
There's a lot of
That's a lot.
follicles in there. Well, wait. Back it up. The whole point of counting the follicles was to know how much medication I would need.
Yeah, give them a heads up.
I had a lot of follicles, so
That's a lot.
the doctor said she doesn't want to give me too much medication because we don't want to have too many. I mean, you're probably thinking, can you have too many of a good thing? Like, the more eggs, the better, because then hopefully the more embryos, and then you're good to go. You're gonna have lots of babies. But no.
There's a risk for OHSS.
I'll write what it stands for here.
And
put a definition, a medical definition.
yeah,
We'll pause
because
and look.
we don't know what
We
it
don't.
actually means. Well, we
So-
do, but we can't explain it very well. So that's what you'll be at risk for.
Yes,
Unfortunately.
and we don't want that to happen.
Because of that, it's probably going to delay us.
There's talk of not doing what's called a fresh transfer. So IVF which is what we're doing if you don't know. So they're going to take the eggs out of my tummy, and they're going to mix them with the sperm in a petri dish.
They actually, for us, are going to inject one single sperm into one single egg.
We're doing something called ICSI. So they're going to, take one egg, one sperm, put them together.
Cytoplasmic injection. We don't know.
Again, write it here. So we're going to do that. And then the embryos, they just grow on their own for 5 days. And then
incubator.
Yeah. They're either frozen, we could have one embryo put back in. That's called a fresh transfer.
Yeah. It's fresh, not frozen.
Yes. So we're talking about maybe having to do a freeze all cycle, which means they're going to freeze all of them and they won't keep one out to be put back in. Instead, we're going to probably have to let my body calm back down from all the hormones. And then a few weeks later, maybe it could be a few months later, it'll depend how everything goes.
Yeah, it depends if you get OHSS or not.
Mm-hmm. Then they would take one of the frozen embryos, defrost it, and then put it in. Timeline. What are we looking at?
We don't know.
So, next I wait until my period starts, which is hopefully in about 3 weeks. And then we're doing probably 3 weeks of birth control. So that's 6 weeks from now.
Then it's like roughly 10, it could not be 10 days, but 10-ish days of needles. And then from there, 36 hours after the last day is egg retrieval, incubating for 5 days. Then we'll know how many embryos we got.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to share the whole journey with you guys, but it'll probably be a bit delayed just so that we can process everything ourselves first. But get ready for lots of fertility content because we want to share the whole journey with you so that you can hopefully learn from it, because I know I get a lot of information from watching other people's videos.
Yeah.
It's really helpful.
It is helpful. It's nice.
So that's where we're at, people. There's your update.
There you go. Updated.
So we just got a bunch more Christmas cards. Also, if you're still waiting on your Christmas card, they're coming. They're going to be more New Year's cards. There's a lot to do. We didn't get them all done in time. I mean, 400 cards to write is a lot of cards. Yeah. But thank you to everybody who sent a Christmas card. Also, thank you so much to Sarah who sent us some books to our P.O. box. So she sent us serial killer.
So sweet.
I know.
Thank you.
Serial killer trivia and No Exit. She said this is her favorite thriller right now. I can't wait to read it next. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Thanks, Sarah.
Oh, the basement is literally a disaster. This is terrifying. Like, wow. Anyways, it's not exactly an ideal gym situation. Literally, laundry is going. But you know what? Whatever's gonna get me going. And right now, this is it. I thought Snoopy was dead. But she's just holding a broccoli stalk in her mouth. It's been like 15 minutes. She literally looks dead.
Allie made dinner and it smells so good. Is it from the Oh She Glows cookbook?
No, I invented it.
Oh, wow.
I know.
It smells so good. I texted Allie and I didn't know she'd already started dinner. She said that she was going to make dinner, but I didn't know she'd already started. I said, let's get garlic fingers and donair sauce.
Do they know what that is?
I don't know. Do you know what donair sauce is?
We'll get some this week
amazing.
and then I'll show them.
Okay.
It's a Maritimes thing.
It's so
like,
good.
I didn't know what that was till I moved here.
Well, do you know what garlic fingers are? It's what goes on garlic fingers.
No, garlic fingers is not a worldwide thing.
Oh,
like, I never heard of those before I moved here.
They're so good.
What? It doesn't look good, but it is.
I think it looks good.
Yours still looks nice.
Should we watch the nose? Should we watch the nose? Should we watch the news?
Maybe, yeah, sure.
Let's catch up. A big part of our evening routine is actually catching up on the news. There's so much happening worldwide these days. It is just so hard to keep up, but we do our best. Allie actually, do you know this? Allie went to school for journalism. She used to work at the CBC.
Yeah, I'm very, very into the news.
Very into the news.
So into the news that I decided I wanted to go to school for the news.
I definitely didn't ever plan on sharing this footage, but I wanted to really share the highs and the lows of our fertility journey. Allie didn't even know this, but I had filmed taking a pregnancy test after our last IUI. I figured I might as well share the footage. I mean, if you are triggered by obviously negative results, then don't watch from now on. The rest of the video, just turn it off. But that's how we will end today's video. You guys can see how I was feeling. You can see the sadness. It was really sad. You're gonna see. I definitely cried a lot.
That's very sad.
Yeah, but I mean, we should share the highs and the lows. It's
Yeah.
hard getting pregnant. Okay, say bye.
Bye.
I'm going to take a pregnancy test. My heart is honestly racing. I'm so nervous. So I got two first response 6-day sooner tests. Allie isn't here. She's out on a run, and I think I'm gonna test. So I'm 12 days past our IUI. My period is supposed to go on Tuesday. It's Sunday. I feel like if I don't test, I can pretend I'm pregnant for a while longer without having to think about doing like IVF and things being a lot more intense. We did a secret IUI in December, a few days before Christmas, and didn't tell anyone. And I'm very nervous. I'm also nervous because I feel like I'm pregnant. I have some symptoms. Allie has been telling me that she's really nervous about looking at the results. So I thought I'd do it without her, and then I can surprise her if I am pregnant, but if I'm not, I'm gonna have to tell her, and it's gonna be really sad. Let's see. I honestly feel like I'm going to cry. I wanna know, but I don't wanna know. Okay, let's just do it. This could be a very sad clip for me to watch after if it's negative. First, I'm gonna pee in a cup. No one needs to see that. So it says 5 seconds in the pee. I'm so nervous. This is horrible. I have a bad feeling about this. There's no line. Okay.